I'm going to grab another one. There's a little red spot right on the rim.
When the manipulation ends, what's the true price discovery for silver, do you think? 50, 100, 200, 3,000? Buy your precious metals online from SD Bullion. New customers get gold and silver at spot by visiting sdbullion.com/new.
Still there. Let me take a quick look. There's no reason for anything to be going up. And Yankee showed up in a T-shirt today.
It's so warm in here, Tim.
He's not actually offering to build boxes for me, though. Well, I remember once when I worked for IBM, and I was having classes at one main place in Dallas. And that was like the tallest building in Dallas then. And, as I got down in the dead of winter, I left New Hampshire, and it was like, I don't know, 15 or 20 below zero. And I get down there, and it was in the 50s. I said, oh, this is absolutely wonderful. Okay, how you doing?
Good. Just if I could just get one buffalo, that'd be cool.
Gold or silver?
Gold, please.
Okay, well, that's gold. Let's see what we got.
This is your first time in at Tim's?
First time.
First time. How about stacking? Have you done much silver gold stacking?
Haven't stacked any gold or silver yet. So first buy.
That's pretty awesome. Wow. What got you in here?
Just watching your channel and just want to get into it.
I appreciate it. You came to the right local coin shop dealer. Tim will give you a great deal.
Oh, I get a lot of help from Yankee.
Yeah. Good advertising.
He doesn't like building boxes, though.
Oh, here we go with the boxes again. Why the buffalo?
I don't know. I feel like it's just an easy sell and an easy verification. Everybody wants them. So
Everybody wants
That's
them.
really true. I mean, it is. It's an impressive hunk of gold, too.
yeah. I don't want to buy fractional. I don't want to pay more than I need to, So
I'm going to grab another one. There's a little red spot right on the rim.
Oh, yeah, I see. Right on the edge there.
I passed on a Panda because it had so many red spots. And
Interesting.
but it checked out fine on the verifier.
But you didn't want to buy it?
No, it was kind of ugly.
Where are we going with gold in 2025? Where do you think gold and silver are headed?
The long-term slope is still upward. And, I think it's going up, but what we're seeing are all these blips. One time when it took a big drop, and that week we lost money in every transaction. Now, how do you avoid that? Well, start hedging. I'm not going to bother to do that. I'm too old to start that. If you look at even the 200-day moving average, and not even no longer than that, it's still positive. It's still going up.
Are we going to be above 2,700, do you think? 2,800? Do you see 3,000 this year? Or is that just asking too much of gold?
I don't think that's really realistic. But we may. No manipulation at all.
Right.
It probably would go up to maybe 27. I don't think it would go even
Wait a
much
minute.
higher.
You think 2,700 gold is where we would end up?
27 to 28, yeah. I don't think it's going to 3,000 naturally. I think it can be forced up.
Wow, okay. So removing the manipulation, I think it would go a lot higher.
Look at a
than
lot of
3.
things that are going to happen. Okay? Trump is going to try to stop the government from spending all this useless money on projects that don't matter to anyone.
Whoa, wait. Tim sees a spot price of only $2,700 for gold this year without any market manipulation. I highly value Tim's knowledge, but I'm having a real hard time believing that. Let me know in the comments below if you are too. Now, Tim's going to explain more of his position on gold in a minute and share where he thinks silver is headed in 2025. And that'll probably shock you too, as it did me. But before I get there, let me share with you today's mid-roll sponsor, Giant Mining Corp, ticker symbol BFGFF on U.S. exchanges. Now, hold on, don't go anywhere. Let me finish this, then we'll get back to Tim. Their share price is down 90% in the 4 years that Biden has been in office. Giant Mining does silver, gold, and copper. Now, I've talked about copper before. I don't recommend you stack a lot of this stuff because it is so heavy and bulky. Ooh. And the copper rounds here, these are really cool, but really expensive. So not to stack physically, but I do think a company like Giant Mining could be a great way to leverage the upside with this base metal. And I believe the upside, guys, is huge. So here are the spark notes on them. Tim mentioned Donald Trump cutting wasteful government spending, right? Well, like him or not, Trump's also promising to cut outdated mining regulations in the U.S. I'm talking, fast tracking permit approvals, expediting environmental approvals, drill baby drill, right? And in my opinion, copper mining stands to greatly benefit from a Trump administration, which is what, like a week away? The House of Representatives passed a major bill called the Critical Mineral Consistency Act back in November. It's headed to the Senate next. One of its goals is to consolidate the list of our critical resources, including copper, which is already on the Department of Energy's list of critical resources. The bill also specifically ensures that copper mine projects are eligible for fast permitting, just what Donald Trump wants. I bet you anything he quickly signs that act into law. And let's just say this, we don't need to annex Greenland to get our copper. Giant Mining is located in Nevada, the #1 copper mining jurisdiction in the world. Their flagship project is called Majuba Hill, and it's historically produced 2.8 million pounds of copper, not to mention 184,000 ounces of silver and 5,800 ounces of gold. It's a fantastic resource. Now, back in February 2021, right after Joe Biden took office, the market cap of Giant Mining was around $100 million. Today, Giant Mining has a market cap of just $11 million. That's down 89%. Thanks a lot, Biden. And during that same time frame, Giant Mining has depreciated from $4.20 to only 21 cents today. That's down a lot. But just like I look for oversold conditions when buying silver and gold for my stack, I look for oversold conditions to build my other commodity positions. And in my opinion, Giant Mining, ticker symbol BFGFF, is way oversold. Giant Mining hit their best ever drill intercept last September. So, in my opinion, the markets are running an 89% off sale on them. Now, I really think you should consider getting on the Trump train with copper, and specifically with Giant Mining Corp. Of course, do your own due diligence over the weekend with Giant Mining before you buy a single share, and you can download their information at the link in the description below. Okay, so let's get back to Tim and see what he thinks silver's spot price is going to do in 2025.
The more they can restrain Congress, the less inflation we're going to have. I don't think these prices are going anywhere. I think we're stuck with the prices we have right now. It's very hard for any company that sells goods that are required is going to be able to lower their prices. Now, if we get the petroleum industry back online, we get the pipelines back online, all the 25 or 30 pipelines that are supposed to feed the Keystone. Right. There should be, the cost of distribution should drop dramatically. I saw an article where it was written by Europeans claiming that because of China's fear of tariffs here, they are now dumping product in Europe, and which is deflation. But the Chinese aren't stupid. I mean, economically, they may be communists, but that's still a political system. Economically, they're pretty bright, and they have this is something that may be foreign to this country, but they have a China first policy. And as every country should have, right, whatever the country is, like America first. So they do whatever they have to do. Now, when we take criticism, there are too many people in this country who say, oh, we better not offend anybody in Europe or wherever. Unfortunately, that's not the way of the world. The world is everybody has their own interests. The self-interests are what's most important to them. Every country. So it's, is inflation going to go backwards? I don't think the prices are going backwards.
Deflation. No, you don't see it.
I don't see deflation. No, we're not structured for deflation.
Where do you see silver ending up?
I'd like to see it stay below 30. I think there are going to be times when it goes above 30, and I think we still have enough silver in the world
Right.
to accommodate a lot more.
So manipulation in silver ends today. What happens to silver prices?
Well, honestly, I think the COMEX has a serious interest in keeping it manageable.
But what if they lose control of that manipulation? Where does it really go? What's the true price discovery for silver, do you think?
I think the only way they could lose control is if they change the rules.
Well, what happens if they do? I'm going to keep pushing you on this, Tim. They lose control. It's gone. What is the
supply and demand?
Yeah.
You want to see how far will supply and demand?
Yes.
If the pricing structures don't change,
Mm-hmm.
and that is, all the silver producers don't get, they see this not being controlled, and they decide to force it up on their own. I see it going into the low to mid 30s.
That's the right price for an ounce of silver.
Yeah,
with
because-
no manipulation.
Keep in mind that inflation raises everyone's price,
This is
and
very interesting.
it's
Because you hear wild predictions when the manipulation ends 50, 100, 200, 3,000.
that would assume that supply is constrained or something like that, and I don't think that's going to happen.
Okay. And gold, really? Just 2,700, did you say? If all the
I
manipulation
think between
ends?
27 and 28 is reasonable. Yeah. But we never know what tax policy is going to be. Tax policy that's the dark horse. I think that's also going to be, if you listen to Ramaswamy and Musk, they're saying all the right things for controlling that.
So this whole year, might be a great time to be buying silver and gold because
say so.
it's going to be
Yeah. I think it's
because of both
already-
manipulation and because of the pressure down through
Yeah,
administrative changes.
I just hope the Wall Street bigwigs don't get too greedy.
Okay.
Although they're in a great position, they control a lot of money, and you can invest a lot of money to make the market go in whatever direction you want it to go.
Thanks.